Well, CBS News has learned President Trump's personal attorney, Michael Cohen, is feeling increasingly isolated and pressure from the investigation into his personal business dealings. And this comes as Cohen faces multiple legal troubles and also questions about whether he'll flip and cooperate with investigators. CBS News Justice and Homeland Security correspondent Jeff Pegues has some new information. Jeff, what can you tell us?
Well, this is something that I think is significant in part because, keep in mind, Michael Cohen is the president's personal attorney. He has been the president's fixer over the years. He's been extremely loyal to President Trump. At least that's the way he sees it. Now, I'm talking to sources who say there's been a real change in his tone, his attitude toward the case that he's facing in the Southern District of New York. And increasingly, my sources are telling me that he feels like the president and the president's allies are turning against him, trying to discredit him just in case he decides to flip, to cooperate with investigators. And that's why I think this is significant here. Over the last year, I've talked to Michael Cohen. I've talked to people around him numerous times, too many times to count, frankly. And in most of those conversations, they would express how loyal he has been, how loyal he is to the president. But now I'm getting the feeling that the tide in terms of the attitude, in terms perhaps of the legal strategy here has really changed. And the tone you're hearing from people close to Michael Cohen has changed in that they really feel that the president and his allies are trying to discredit him, trying to go after him. And specifically in recent days, I was pointed to comments that the president's lawyer in the Russia investigation has made. That's Rudy Giuliani. People close to Cohen point to those comments and really take issue with some of the things that Rudy Giuliani has said, essentially, in their view, questioning Michael Cohen's credibility, trying to discredit him. And that's why I say this is a real change in tone coming from people close to Michael Cohen, people who are familiar with his case.
Jeff, remind us again, what's next in this case? Where is it headed?
Well, what we're watching now is, will he indeed flip? Will he cooperate with investigators? There is a lot of pressure on him right now. Keep in mind, if you've been following this case, there was the raid on his property, his office, his home, his hotel room back in April. And in the days following that raid, he was in touch with President Trump, but there has been no communication since the days following that raid. And that is significant as well, I think, because over the years they have been close, the two men. They have been in contact regularly, but it seems that is not happening any longer.
Jeff Pegues with new reporting on Michael Cohen. Jeff, thank you for joining us.